Hello everyone, welcome to the channel Just Try. Here I am Dr. Anvada Shah in front of you with the second example of accounting equation. So I hope you will be there with me till the end and keep understanding the next example on accounting equation. Annie's Cake House was formed on January 2023, and on January 31st, the balance sheet showed that cash is 7,000, accounts receivable is 2,000, supplies 500, office equipment is 5,000, accounts payable is 5,500, common stock is 7,500, and retained earnings is 1,500. Now, during February, the following transactions had occurred. That is, the amount collected for accounts receivable was 1,000. 1,200 was paid on accounts payable. 10,000 was earned revenues of 10,000, of which 3,000 was collected in cash and the balance was due in March. Purchased office equipment for rupees 2,000, paid 250 in cash and the balance on account, and paid salaries rupees 2,000, rent 1,500, February's rent, and advertising expenses 450, and dividends payable is 550, and 1,000 from the Allied Bank is been borrowed as note payable, and the utility expense incurred was 500 rupees. So this is a question. Now we are going to solve and do accounting equation problem with this particular question. So let's start the accounting equation. So over here we have divided the page into four halves. One is having the number of question number. The next part is having the assets. The next part is having the liabilities and net worth. So what is the accounting equation? The accounting equation is asset will have to be equal to liability plus net worth. Now the question gives you cash, the balances of cash, accounts receivable, supplies and equipment has been given, and also the liabilities value has been given as in notes payable, accounts payable, net worths value has been given as in retained earnings and stock. So what we see first is the starting amounts is to be written down, that is 7,000, 2,000, 500 and 5,000 as per the question. Then we will be writing down the accounts payable amounts 5,500, 7,500 and 1,500. So the first question, let's go now to the first question. So the first question is said that 1,000 rupees has been collected for accounts receivable. So what we see is that 1,000 rupees is being added in cash and subtracted from accounts receivable, because the cash is being added and accounts receivable is being subtracted here. Next, here I am just giving the entries, and over here the final addition and subtraction has been done at the end. So, but actually when you do it for the exams, what you're going to do, in each statement you're going to write it and you're going to add a less with the previous statement. Now here I am not doing every balancing statement over here. The new equation I am not forming over here. I have done it directly at the end, but for your exams please do not do that, do it individually, right? Okay, now next question is paid 1,200 cash on accounts payable. So let's do it. 1,200 cash you can see is being paid over here, so it's minus 1,200 and that has been reduced from 1,200 from accounts payable. So once again both the sides get balanced. Now, next question. Earned revenues of rupees 10,000, of which 3,000 was collected in cash and the balance was due in March. So here we can see that I have purchased stock of 10,000, that is we have added stock 10,000. Here cash is 3,000 addition and accounts receivable also 3,000 addition. Now, next, additional equipment, office equipment was purchased for 2,000, paid 250 in cash and the balance on account. So, here in this case, what we are going to do is we can write in equipment 2,000 because equipment is being added. Then accounts payable gets added with 1750 and cash gets subtracted 250 because we are paying it at that point of time. Okay, next we have paid salaries 2,000, rent for February 1,500 and advertising expenses 450. So, what we are going to do over here, we can write down salary expenses, we can write down 1,500 as rent expenses and 450 as of advertisement expenses, and we can write that down over here in as minus 1350, 3950 subtraction, that is the total of this entire amount. This is actually the it is being subtracted actually from capital and cash, right. So here stock, in the sense you can consider that I am writing over here as stock. You can consider it as capital also, right. Either we will write stock or we will be writing capital. It is all the same, doesn't matter. It is all the same. Okay. Now, next point, we have paid dividends rupees 550. So, once we are paying dividends rupees 550, that means we are writing minus 550 from cash because we are paying it, and we are again going back to capital and we are going to subtract 550 from capital. Okay, now next, received 1,000 from Allied Bank, money borrowed on notes payable. So, money is being borrowed, so money is coming in, so 1,000 rupees plus and 1,000 rupees plus in notes payable because it's coming from the bank as notes payable because you have to pay it back once again to them. Okay, last question. Incurred utility expenses for the month on account rupees 500. So, here what we see is that accounts payable is 500 added and here minus 500 as utility expenses. So, what we see is that we have done a net addition of all these values, that is 7,000, 1,000, minus 1,200 plus 3,000 minus 250 minus 3,950 minus 550 plus 1,000, and then finally we have got this amount as 6050. Then next, here it is 2,000 minus 1,000 plus 7,000 and we get a value of 8,000. Here we have only 500. So, we will be writing this value down over here as 5,000. Here it is 5,000 plus 2,000. So, the total net we have is 7,000. Okay. So, the asset side total, let's do once. So, if we consider this 4, we have a total of 21,550. Now, let's look into the liability side. Liability notes payable, you have only one amount, that is 1,000 rupees. So, we will be writing that 1,000 rupees down over here. And next, we have accounts payable. Here we have 5500, we have minus 1,200, we have plus 1,750 and we have plus 500. So, net amount we have a 6,550. And net worth, we have over here 7500. So we write that 7500 down over here. And next we have stock 1500. We have 10,000 addition of capital over here. We have minus 2000, minus 1500, minus 450 as expenses. We have minus 550 as dividend. We have minus 500 as utility expenses. So the total we have is 6500. So here also we see that when we add this 4, we will be getting a amount, and that is 21550. So what we see is the net value of both the sides is 21550. Therefore both the values have tallied and they are equal. So if you all want more sums from my end on accounting equation, then please let me know. If you all have any questions, any queries, and you can text me through the comment box. I can contact with you directly so that you can send me your question and I can start solving your problems. So please like, comment, and share this video so that many of your friends get to know about this channel. And please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon so that you can keep getting notifications from my channel. Thank you.